So apparently there's an app that sends a notification to your phone every time the U.S. does a drone strike. That's interesting. I had a lot of initial thoughts about that because I think a lot of it depends on who made it, like how I feel about it, you know? Like if it was made by the U.S. government to like show off, I'd feel like, what? Like, yeah, you can download it and see whenever we're killing likely random innocent brown people. By the way, that's a fact because even under Obama, 90% of the time drones hit the wrong target. And that was from internal government memos that were leaked. 90% of the time. So, and to be honest, when I first read the headline, I thought, oh my goodness. It is like the government made it. But then they go on to explain how the government didn't make it. And what happened is Apple pulled it down multiple times. In fact, 4 times. Because they call it, quote, excessively objectionable or crude content. So the government didn't make it to, like, brag. What happened is journalists made it, and they were like, well, let's do this so that people get a sense of, like, we feel so disconnected from the drone war, because we are. You rarely fucking hear about it. So anytime there's ever an article or a mention of a drone strike in whatever, some obscure publication that very few people read, well, you get a notification. I think the name of the app is called Metadata, or it was called Metadata, because it was pulled down again. There was a little update at the bottom of the article, like, update has been pulled down again. It's like the 5th time or some shit. But it makes you feel more connected to what your government's doing with your money in your name. So I went from, like, cringing at the idea of the app, because I thought the government made it to be like, yeah, see, look, we're blowing people up, yeah. To, it was actually journalists doing it to say, shit, look, no, we're blowing people up. We might want to stop that. So then all of a sudden it becomes a more noble app, which is why Apple pulled it down. I bet you if it was the other way around, Apple maybe wouldn't have pulled it down. If the government was like, yeah, we made this and we want to show people, I'll be like, yeah, wonderful. Patriotism, yes. I might be unfairly harsh on Apple here because they haven't gone along with the government in other respects, but in some ways they have. You know, they had the meeting with Trump recently. But, I mean, yeah, I guess that actually is a pretty good idea if you get a notification every time there's a drone strike, because you know what's happening and you're paying for it. And by the way, under Trump, Obama was bad with drone strikes. He increased big time over what George W. Bush did. But under Trump so far, there's been a 432% increase in drone strikes. Let me tell you something. Your phone is going to be going off quite a bit now, isn't it? Well, now that it's pulled, you'll be getting no notifications. But if it was still around, your phone would be going off all the time.